For this week's podcast review assignment, I perused through the suggestions of sources that were provided. I stumbled upon the website dedicated to entertainment law topics and decided to select an episode focusing on copyrights. Entertainment lawyer Gordon P. Firemark operates a monthly podcast out of Los Angeles, California, known as Entertainment Law Update. His co-host, Tamara Bennett, joins the broadcast from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Episodes of this podcast can either be accessed from iTunes or a website sharing the same name. I decided to review the 43rd episode titled No Copyright Sherlock. Firemark and Bennett discussed a variety of topics relating to entertainment law throughout the hour. As an aspiring artist, musician, manager, I was listening through the legal stories ranging across the entire entertainment spectrum for something more focused on the music industry. Around the 35th minute of the broadcast, an interesting case was mentioned. The Turtles, a pop group from the 1960s, are leading a class action lawsuit against a satellite radio giant known as Sirius XM. Bandmates Flo and Eddie are spearheading a campaign claiming that there are infringements on millions of pre-1972 recordings from thousands of artists. The plaintiffs are suing for $100 million and an injunction of Sirius's distribution of these recordings, claiming that owners of the rights to these recordings are not being paid their digital sound recording and public performance royalties. Something Bennett said during the broadcast that I found very interesting was the information about Sirius and XM Radio prior to their merge in 2008. Allegedly, prior to the merge, XM Radio was paying a lump sum of money to Sound Exchange for the rights to all the recordings they would play. Apparently, after the merge, Sirius said there was no need to pay for recordings prior to February 15, 1972, as they are no longer protected by federal copyright law. The attorney representing the plaintiffs has taken the argument of the state laws, stating that Sirius is still playing the recordings without paying for the distribution of the recordings. Unless Congress takes further action with respect to recordings fixed prior to 1972, the California statute may be enforced against acts of piracy. Sound recordings created prior to 1972 are not covered under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act of 1998. So if one would infringe upon the recordings, one would not be covered under this act. This lawsuit was filed on August 1st, 2013 and still remains active. From a musician and/or record label's point of view, I feel that this is a valid claim of unauthorized distribution. If I were a musician or representing one, I would want to be eligible for the same state law enforced royalties that come with digital sound recordings and public performance. On the other hand, I also understand the radio company's perspective. In business, if you're not legally obligated to pay someone royalties, then why do so? I understand that these recordings are no longer covered under federal law. I might as well play a full day of royalty-free pre-1972 recordings while I still can, if I were a radio station. It certainly should cut a cost or two from issuing royalty money to Sound Exchange for that day. Many legalities surrounding the realm of copyrights, let alone the world of There are many legalities surrounding the realm of copyrights, let alone the world of entertainment. It may seem difficult to learn the legalities surrounding a business, but remember they are only in place to protect the business and its owner. Laws can be your best friend or your worst enemy, depending on your view of them. I feel that protecting intellectual property is crucial in today's marketplace and world. I would recommend everyone in this line of work learn as much as they can about the laws surrounding copyright and trademarks. They are in place to protect you. Thank you for your time.